New question, the member from Cambridge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question's for the acting Premier. We've all heard before the tales of what the Premier knew but to be a fact. She knew the cost of the Oakville cancellations would cost $40 million, despite signing a cabinet document that stated otherwise. She knew the documents requested in committee had been made public before thousands and thousands more were dropped on our desks at the 11th hour. So you excuse the people of Ontario if after a year and a half of being taken for a ride by this Premier, we don't accept where she's dropped us off. Either the Premier knew full well what was going on, or she was willfully blind to the facts. Acting Premier, can you tell the people of Ontario which is it?
Good question.
Deputy Premier.
Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, talk about being blind to the facts. Mr. Speaker, we've all established
Member from Prince Edward Hastings, come to order.
Kathleen Wynne became Premier of this province. But, Mr. Speaker, don't take my word for it. I invite the honourable member to go read the document that was tabled in court. That document made very clear that the accusations, which have not been proven, Mr. Speaker, and I think we all have to be very careful, were about the actions that took place under Premier McGuinty's time as Premier with his former Chief of Staff. The fact of the matter is, Mr. Speaker, again, I can quote media outlet after media outlet which undertook the analysis of it and came away with the conclusion, Mr. Speaker, that they are engaging in the most baseless kind of character attacks. And as Mr. Speaker, the Premier pointed out in her open letter yesterday, she is taking the steps of consulting legal experts on this.
Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, that was a completely unbelievable answer. This government brags about the number of documents handed over when they know full well that the most damning documents were deleted or hidden or corrupted or damaged or destroyed by a Liberal strategist's boyfriend. We're worried, Mr. Speaker. We're worried there is no reason for the Premier to come clean with the people of Ontario because in the world of Liberal politics, money talks, especially hush money. Acting Premier, in the real world, when you escort a man to your computer, give him your password, and watch him destroy data, you get fired. When Liberal staffer Lauren Remy does it, she gets promoted to Press Secretary of the Minister of Education. And Becky Codd-Downey gets promoted as Press Secretary. And Rebecca McKenzie gets promoted to Chief of Staff. All while Peter Wallace felt it wasn't his place to say anything at all. Acting Premier, why do the McGuinty-Wynne Liberals get promotions for staying quiet?
Before I go, I'm going to offer a caution, and that caution is the. Excuse me. The member from Lambton Kent Middlesex. The member from Lambton Kent Middlesex is continuing to speak. First, when I was trying to say something, and then when I was trying to get his attention. The Minister of Education will come to order. The member from Simcoe North will come to order. I'm going to offer a caution. I don't like some of the language, although I didn't quite find it unparliamentary. I'm going to caution the member not to go any further with that kind of accusation. Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible for the member to go any lower, but he's just proven it in that question. Mr. Speaker, last Thursday, a document was made public, a court document, which contains allegations about the former Chief of Staff to Premier McGuinty. It's a voluminous document, Mr. Speaker, I understand, over 100 pages. Everyone who's looked at it knows that it is very, very clearly about the former Premier's watch, and the allegations are directed at Mr. Livingston. They are not proven. And, Mr. Speaker, to stand up here in the legislature and to attempt to drag through the mud the names of hard-working staffers on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, who were in no way implicated in that document, it makes it very, very clear, Mr. Speaker, is beneath him, Mr. Speaker. I thought that member was an honourable member, but what he just did, Mr. Speaker, is beyond, Mr. Speaker, contempt, and I cannot believe that he would have said that.
Thank you. New question.